Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and welcome to JUS Laboris' second Legal HR Summit. It's great to have such a fantastic turnout for this event. We've had over 1,000 people signed up to join us from across the Americas, Europe, the Middle East, and Asia Pacific. So welcome everyone, and I hope you're looking forward to the fantastic programme of sessions and speakers we have lined up for you today. My name is Catherine Weaver, and I'm an employment partner at Lewis Silkin and also head of Lewis Silkin's Hong Kong office. I will be your host for the first half of the Legal HR Summit, and Greg McGuinness from our Canadian JUS Laboris law firm will be your host for the second half of the summit. So Greg will basically be taking over from me when it gets to my bedtime here in Hong Kong. For those of you who are unfamiliar with JUS Laboris, we are a global group of leading independent employment, immigration and pensions practices from 58 countries who advise multinational companies on all of their legal HR matters. While the name JUS Laboris may be a little difficult to pronounce, the service is very easy to access and use. And if you haven't had the chance yet to check out our Global HR Law Guide or our very topical COVID Guide for international employers yet, you should do so without delay. They're on the website and they do provide an invaluable free of charge resource for all employers. Some of you may have joined us at our summit in November last year, where we discussed what workplaces around the world look like as they adapted to waves of COVID-19 restrictions. This year, as workplaces start gradually to reopen around the world, businesses and their employees are faced with a choice of returning to their pre-pandemic ways of working or leveraging the experiences from the past year to design better strategies for the future. Businesses are also having to grapple with the aftermath of COVID, which includes addressing employees' physical and mental health conditions, economic uncertainty, and dealing with the new world of remote working. Today will be a great opportunity for us to engage in future-forward discussion and hear from legal experts and industry leaders around the world on the legal matters that HR and Employment Council are currently facing and how to build for a better future in light of the challenges and opportunities the pandemic has brought. COVID-19 hasn't just changed the way we perform our jobs today, it's also kick-started a broader push to rethink the world of work entirely. And that is our theme for today's summit. We have 6 sessions for you that will be covering topics from attitudes to office working, organising your workforce for the future, ethical HR practices, employing digital nomads, whistleblowing and data issues in the workplace. In particular, you can look forward to an interview with leading Dutch multinational developer and creator of location technology, TomTom, on their approach to a new way of working and how to build long-term resilience in their workforce for the future. There's going to be a panel discussion on how companies are dealing with the issue of working from home being taken up by one particular gender or one particular age group. We will have a focus on ethical supply chains and the legal developments on human rights due diligence that companies are now expected to undertake in this area. We'll explore how companies are dealing with diversity and inclusion in an age where individuals feel very strongly about their personal identity. We'll hear from Finnish and US tech companies about how they manage and how they plan to manage digital nomads in their workforce. With the new EU whistleblowing directive coming in at the end of the year, we'll be discussing what companies with operations in Europe need to do to be ready for the changes this will bring, and also what other countries and a multinational company do when it comes to dealing with whistleblowing. And in our final session of the day, we'll be unpacking the data privacy issues that arise from working remotely and returning to the office, such as whether employers can ask for information in relation to vaccination status, and also what issues come about when all of your company data is sitting around in employees' spare rooms or on their kitchen table.